Hi guys, it's Dr. Rupie, and I'm with Mathew today.
Hey.
And we're going to be discussing something that's a little bit scary to talk about, but something that we're a little concerned about here in Hawaii. It's pretty relevant given the state of affairs in the world and the concerns that we have, so we're going to give you our recommendations. And the first and foremost, is if you are in threat of nuclear attack or impending attack, or there's a bright flash of light somewhere,
get inside, stay inside, and stay tuned.
So if you are outdoors, immediately getting indoors. If you are indoors, getting to the central safest space of your building, so meaning trying to be surrounded by as much concrete as possible, whether that's the center of your building, the basement of your building. If you're driving a car, getting to the side of the road and getting inside, seek shelter.
I think the main idea here is to put as much space between you and the blast as possible. There's really only minutes to react in this situation, and Hawaii has no designated fallout shelter and not projected to build one anytime soon. So
now, if you are exposed and there is a blast, do not look at the blast. This can be very damaging and obviously can cause blindness. So making sure to protect your eyes, cover your nose and your mouth if there is any degree of exposure.
Yep.
The next step is going to be to decontaminate. So how do you decontaminate? Basically, you take off your clothes. So by shaking off your clothes, by shaking out your hair and getting rid of the dust particles, that's about 70 to 80% of the decontamination process because all those particles stick to you. Ideally, if you could do this with a mask on your face or at least covering your nose and mouth can help you prevent from inhaling or ingesting any of the particles. Once you've removed the clothes, stick them into a plastic bag and get rid of that plastic bag or keep it as far away from you.
Step 4 is the CDC recommends that you stay in place for 14 days.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and that sounds like a lot.
That is a lot.
And so you need to make sure that you have supplies to be able to sustain you for 14 days.
You might be recommended to leave for a short period of time, obviously limiting the amount of time that you are exposed to the environment. This would be to seek out food or water only, but you're going to want to make sure you have everything in advance if you can. Now, our next step is going to be obviously to listen to the radio. And if you can get access in advance to, and most of us don't have radios. To be honest, I didn't have a radio until I decided we were going to put this topic together, and we got this wonderful one that works as a radio. It's got the hand crank, so it makes it easy. It's got some chargers, and we'll go through this a little bit more when we talk about supplies, but you want to be able to listen to what emergency officials are sharing with you.
Mm-hmm.
You might be told to evacuate. There's a chance that while listening during this 14-day period, due to the risks, you might need to evacuate, and the important thing is going to be to take everything with you. So whatever supplies you have, making sure to keep those with you.
Yeah. And then next we're going to be talking a little bit further about disaster supplies and what specific things you'll need in the case of a disaster.
We're also going to have a list below. We're going to link to the CDC and the FDA for further valuable and reliable information.